In this video, we're going to learn about template files and formatting. First, let's go into template files. There are two ways to use template files. You can use pre-created ones or you can create your own. So let's look at pre-created ones. So let's say you need to create something like an invoice. Well, you might spend a half hour, an hour formatting it, making it look pretty. Or you can just go to File and then New, and you can see all of the wonderful templates that are available for your use. So I had mentioned an invoice, so under suggested searches I'm going to click Business, and we can see all of these wonderful things here. Here is a blue invoice and here is a simple invoice. So to use the template, all I have to do is click it and click Create, and I now have my template. So I'm free to edit it as much as I want. So I could write whatever company name that I want. I can edit it. So I can put in all the addresses. I'm not going to bother doing that on the video, but I can put in an item number, description, 5 hours at $75 an hour with a $25 discount, gives us a price of $350. So going back into the template files, File and New, we can see all of these different categories. So we have personal, budgets, mileage trackers, to-do list, family tree, retirement planner, loan calculator, tour schedules, and if I click back, then there are planners and trackers. Lists, and I won't go through all of them, calendars. Now there are also templates available online. So let's say that you're an athlete, and wanted a workout log. So in the search for online templates, I could type workout and click search, and I have a diet and exercise journal, an exercise planner, and a workout log. Now let's go into creating your own template files. So there are two main advantages to creating a template file. Number one is it's stored in that template folder, so when you go to File and New, you always see it. You don't have to go looking for it. A second nice thing about a template file is if I called this up and make some changes, the original file would be gone. But if I save this as a template file, when I open it up, it gives it a new name. So the only way that I can edit the template file is to hold down the Shift key when I open, so I can't inadvertently change it. So in order to save it as a template file, I click File and then Save As. Now a lot of people will take a look at the title and the location, but what I'm going to do is change the type. So I'm going to click the down arrow where it says Excel Workbook. We've already talked about a macro enabled workbook, but if we scroll down, we can see that we have Excel template.xltx. So when I click it, notice the location changed, Documents, Custom Office Templates. I'm okay with the name, so I'll just click Save. Now to find my file, if I click File and then New, now I have my category for my personal templates. Now we'll see what it looks like when I open my template file. I have to close my current file in order to open my template file. So I'm going to close my current file. Then I'm going to click File and then New. Notice I now have a personal. I have the office category and now I have the personal, and I have my templates and formatting. So when I click it, notice it opens up with the name Templates and Formatting 1, and it's not saved as a template file, it's saved as a normal XLS workbook. So I click Enable Content, and we can see that if I do a File and a Save As, we can see over here that it is an Excel workbook. Now let's learn about formatting. So now I'm going to click the tab that says Formatting, and notice over here that I have a Walmart income statement, but it really doesn't look very good. So let's try to make it look better. The first thing that we have is the title. That title is very plain. So I can actually make row 1 much wider. So if I swipe between the 1 and the 2, and I drag it down, notice my row 1 is much wider right now. Okay, now let's go into making it look a little prettier. So first of all, I can center the Walmart income statement across all of the columns. So to do that, I'm going to select the range B1 to E1, and then making sure I'm on the Home tab, in the alignment group, I'm going to click Merge and Center. So that makes that one cell. So now I can type Walmart, Alt Enter, income statement, and it looks like the font is white. So I'm going to go into the font group, making sure that I'm on the Home tab, go into the font group, click the down arrow and choose either automatic or black. So now you notice the wrap text. So had I used the wrap text instead of the Alt and then Enter, Walmart income statement would have been on one line, and I would have had to adjust my column width to make it go this way. But using the Alt Enter forces a break within the cell. So I'll now delete the Walmart income statement that is in cell A1. Now I'm going to click on my wrapped cells, B1 to E1, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the alignment button. So we can see over here that we have several options to align. So I can align horizontal, but I can also align vertical. And we could also do that with these buttons out here. But vertical, instead I could choose center and click OK and see what that looks like. And there are buttons in the alignment too, so I could choose top, I could choose center, or I could choose bottom. I actually like center. And of course I can make my font bigger, so I could bring that up to, let's say, 18 and make that look very nice. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring in the logo of Walmart. So in order to do this, there are two ways that you can do it. You can insert a picture, or you could do a screenshot. I'm going to show you how to do a screenshot. So I already did a Bing search for the Walmart logo. So you can see here I have many options for the Walmart logo. So I'm going to go back to my worksheet, and I will click Insert and Screenshot, and then Screen Clipping. So I can take a clip of any one of these logos that I would like. I think I will choose the Always Low Prices Always. So I'm going to hover my cursor around what I want to take a screenshot of. I've got my logo. It inserts it into the worksheet, and I can rearrange the size and try to make it fit into that spot. Now let's work on the fonts. So it's very normal to have dollar signs in the first number in a column and the bottom number in a column. We have all sorts of subtotals, but once we do it for the top and the bottom, you'll know how to do it for the other subtotals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use currency style on all of these so they line up. So if I used accounting on some of them and currency on some of the others, they would not line up. So for some of them I'm going to choose the dollar sign, and for others I'm just going to choose no symbol. So let's get going. So I'm going to select the range B3 to E3, hold down the Control key, B29 to E29. Now what I'm going to do is, making sure that I'm in the Home tab, I'm going to click the down arrow in the number group. So I'm going to choose currency. My symbol is going to be a dollar. I have 0 decimal places, and I can choose how it displays. I would actually like the negative numbers in parentheses, and I will click OK. Now, to make sure that all of these line up, because notice how they don't really line up anymore, I'm going to select the rest of the range. So I'm going to select B4 down to E28, and I will do the same thing, making sure that I'm on the Home tab. Click the down arrow next to the number group. I will choose currency again, and the same negative numbers, but this time under symbol, I will choose none. And I click OK, and notice how everything lines up very nicely, even with the commas and the parentheses. Now let's do something a little bit different with the dates, and we'll move on to some other formatting issues. So I'm going to make row 2 a little bit taller, so I'm going to go between the 2 and the 3 and just drag it down a little bit. I will bold and center all of the headers. So on the Home tab, bold, and then center. But now I'm going to click alignment, and I will move the text up to a 45-degree angle. And I will click OK. Looks like I need to make this a little bit taller, and some of the cells a little bit wider, but that has made that a little bit more interesting. Now it's very common to underline the bottom line figure. In fact, from accounting, that's where we get the expression the bottom line. So I'm going to select the range B29 out to E29, and I'm going to click the down arrow under the underline. So notice I can choose underline or double underline. If I would like more options, I can click the down arrow in the font group, and I have all these different underlines now: single, double, single accounting, and double accounting. So I'm going to choose double accounting. It shows me what it looks like, and I click OK. And now let's say that I wanted to add some color. So I'm going to just click on that one merge cell, B1 out to E1, and notice there's a paint can icon in the font group. That's fill color. I can click the down arrow. There are theme colors and standard colors. If I would like more colors, I was thinking a very light blue to match with the other blue. But if you'd like more colors, then you can go out here and actually choose your color. And I will click OK. Now we can also put a color on the entire worksheet. So there's a little corner between the A and the 1. So if I click that corner between the A and the 1, I have selected the entire worksheet. So it goes all the way out. We can see how many columns it goes out, and they're still selected. And I can see how many rows it goes down, and they're still selected. So if I wanted some kind of a background color, all I'd have to do is click that paint can again and choose another color, and now I have my background color. I actually don't like that, so I'm going to click undo. And of course you can color other ranges as well. Now one final thing before we end this video, and we'll go into some others on some formatting and printing. We may want to indent all of the operating expenses. So I'm going to select the range A7 down to A10, and notice in the alignment group I have these two buttons, increase indent and decrease indent. I can't decrease indent, but I can click the button once or twice to increase the indent, and then it becomes clear that those are the operating expenses. Now, that's our video on how to do template files and do some basic formatting, and we'll have another video on some more advanced formatting and printing.